What's it come? Tu vas quand? All depend. They get them. Ride the whip. I know feet. Die for nothing.
Welcome in, y'all.
What's it
Welcome,
come?
welcome, welcome.
Tu vas quand? All depend. They get them. Ride the whip. I know feet.
What's up? What's
Die for
up?
nothing. What's it come? Tu vas quand? All depend. They get them. Ride the whip. I know feet. Die for nothing.
Welcome in, y'all. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Like I got an echo going on. My echoing on your end? What's up? What's up? Welcome in, y'all. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Y'all had an echoing on my end. I felt good. Am I echoing to y'all? I'm echoing. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Y'all hear echo? Yes, I sound good. Ain't nobody saying nothing. But welcome in, y'all. Happy Wednesday. I'm excited for tonight's topic.
Plenty so far we face.
Let's
Just to
go,
make
let's
sure
go, let's go, let's go.
for my
Welcome,
people
welcome,
then go say I
welcome.
know one fight, I know one die, I know one payment, I want enjoy, I want job life.
Welcome in, y'all. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Can y'all hear me okay? My audio over here is acting like it's trying to give out on me. I'm good. We good. Y'all can hear me? We good over here. All right. Welcome in, y'all. Welcome to the Ladies Lounge podcast, where we dive deep into powerful stories and insightful conversation to inspire and uplift. Today I am thrilled to bring you tonight's topic. We got an exclusive topic, y'all. We got Daniel Richardson in the house. He's going to talk about the playbook on success. This is an exclusive interview with him, the quarterback of, let me just say this, y'all. If you know, you know, for my Florida people, Florida A&M University, we got a star quarterback. I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there, okay? We got the star quarterback for FAMU, and we gonna say it here in the ladies' lounge, fam. Goddamn you. Um, so for this special episode, Daniel will share his insights on his dedication to resilience and his vision on and off the field. So listen, whether y'all are sports fans, just an inspiring athlete, or simply looking for some motivation to tackle your own goals, this episode will be impact with a lot of nuggets and you don't want to miss it. So let's get into it, y'all. Y'all ready? Y'all relax. Make sure you got your drinks and let's dive into this conversation tonight. Welcome, welcome, Daniel. How
Hey,
are
thank you for having me.
you? Hey, thank you for being in the Ladies Lounge. Definitely appreciate having you here. Now, I will say this, girl, I'm not really big on like football, knowing everything that goes on, right?
Hmm.
But I did go over and look at your stats, and you are doing pretty awesome there. With it, we got over what 2,000 passing yards, we got 19 touchdowns and 7 interceptions for the season. Y'all, come on now, come on with it. That's pretty impressive. For the little bit that I do know about football, not too much on your girl, y'all, not too much on on your girl, but here in the ladies' lounge, Daniel, we go over some house rules with our guests. So y'all in my chat, I just ask that you are respectful. Ask us questions. That's what we here for. Be engaged actively. Most importantly, have fun. That's what we do here in the ladies' lounge. We all about having fun here. So without further ado, the playbook on success. Daniel, I have a couple of questions here for you tonight that I'm sure that will inspire, uplift, and motivate. The young people may motivate some old people, and then the people in between. But when we talk about, first of all, tell us a little about yourself. Where you from? First
I'm
off.
from Miami, Florida. Born and raised. Grew up in the church. Played football all my life. I'm here at FAM my last year, get my master's. Want to go into business aspect. Love the game of football. Something I cherish, and can't wait to see what the future holds.
Let's go, y'all. Y'all heard where he from, though, right? Y'all heard he from the crib, known as for some of y'all who may not know, Miami, Florida is what we call it. But if you from there, you from the crib. So I get excited when I have my guest that's from home on here. But with being such an influencer on and off the field, so I have a question, and I'm sure that we all want to know. What does it mean to you to be admired by your fans and peers?
I mean, start off by saying, being admired is incredibly, it's humbling. It comes with responsibility, knowing that, people look up to you, and at the end of the day, you just got to stay well grounded, because at the end of the day, you never know who's watching. And, just like your family, your friends, a lot of people, little kids, especially after games, little kids come up to you, like, you want to take pictures and, oh, good throw, or whatever the case may be. But, it's just a blessing just to know that, people look up to you. Like me, I mean, growing up, I always been a, LeBron James, Tom Brady type of guys. You look up growing up, watching those guys, succeeding, and that's the top of the line. You call them the GOAT. Back then, Michael Jordan. Never seen him watch him on TV, but just seeing his highlights. Those are people that you look up to in the sports industry. But you got a lot of people out in the world you look up to. But other than that, that's the people that I admire.
Absolutely. And I think this question right here is so important because, sometimes when I have a 16-year-old, so when you talk about when you dropping names like that, we talk about LeBron names, I know his antenna go up, because those people like that, Kyrie Irving, people, with those up there and those status, I know he looks up to them. So this is why it's so important because nowadays I don't believe a lot of people, whether you're young or even older, have anybody that you look up to and admire. And if you did, they're not like for me, they're not walking the earth. I used to look up to my grandparents and my
Right.
dad and those were some heavy hitters for me as well. And like you said, the Michael Jordans and the Aaliyahs and all of these, now when we talk about on the celebrity status, but who do we have to admire nowadays?
Right.
I do believe that it is so important to have you somebody that you admire. So when you say that the kids come up to you and they want to take pictures, that is so dope. And for people who do have that, don't shy away from it because you
Right.
don't know what that means to that person. You know what I'm
just to
saying?
see just to see like a little kid smile is it's bigger than that, just to shake their hand. Like, you go to different events, you go to schools, like, we have community events with the school or whatever, and we go see the little kids and the elementary kids, and they just be so excited. Half the time they don't even know who you are sometimes, but it's just the,
Right,
oh my God, like it's that's a
right,
big deal.
right. And I know adding that orange and green don't help none either.
You wear these colors around Tallahassee, it holds weight. Other
Right.
than that's you, it holds weight.
So if when we talk about FAMU, it is such a household school. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody, I mean, even in my family, whether they went to FAM or not, my family bleed orange and green. Okay, so that just having that title of saying you go to Florida A&M University, like you
Big.
said, that carry its weight as itself. But then when you coming off the field and these kids get to see you, like man, that's really dope because with social media nowadays and these kids trying to follow behind what they see on social media, it's kind of scary because, who do they have to really admire? So
Right.
when you have someone of your status who are doing amazing things on and off the field, we applaud you here in the ladies lounge for sure of being that admiration to our young people and hopefully, even to our young men, when we talk about the younger ones. But
Yeah.
hopefully my son will watch this playback because I know he ain't gonna watch it right now. But I love him. But hopefully he watched this playback and know that hey, it's okay to have somebody that you admire that you're influenced by in healthy ways. You know what I'm saying? If you want to play basketball, you got to get out there and you got to get in the mud and play basketball. It ain't gonna come to you. You know what I'm saying? So make sure it again. And I said this before. The best thing that was said to me is it's okay to copy the cat, but copy the right cat.
Right.
So I have another question for you.
Mm-hmm.
you admire?
Uh, my father, you know, he has a big, aspect on my life. He's a pastor. That's number one. He played football back then, but just growing up, him teaching me the right thing. Even my mother, grew up in the music industry and everything. And that's people I look up to. Just growing up. And I got older cousins that I've watched throughout the years, and that's who I admire.
I love that. And that's so important that you brought it back to your foundation, and didn't forget where you come from. And I love that you mentioned both your mother and father, because that
Mhm.
is so important. So for my people that are watching, my parents that are watching, both a child needs both parents.
Correct.
I needed both parents. As you see, Daniel sitting here, he's giving his parents his flowers, because it does take both to raise up a child. So shout out to your parents. They did a phenomenal job. Hopefully they are tuned in. If not, they'll catch the rebroadcast. We are live tonight, but it'll be rebroadcasted for those who cannot make it in. Now, one thing that is really important nowadays when we talk about balancing this work life, like your career, and then still having your reality of life, mental health plays such a phenomenal role nowadays with both. So, as a student athlete with a high profile career such as yourself, how do you manage the pressure of mental health?
I mean, to be honest, I talk to people. Like you have to, talk to counselors or have a pastor of your spiritual, or even a mentor, a professor, just somebody to vent to about mental health, because it's a lot that goes on every day, throughout life. Everybody goes through something, and then as a college student athlete, you got to balance school, you got to balance football, even different sports, or just even if you're a regular student, it's a lot that weighs on you. Then you got activities going on. You might be having to do other curriculum activities, might be stressed out. But, mental health is a big part, and I believe that, when you're going through something, you talk about it, and at the end of the day, me playing as a student athlete playing football, a lot goes on with CTE, concussions and, different things like that. And, getting hit to the head, I mean, people will have mental, down the line. So that's why I believe you talk about it, see a doctor, just to know what mental stage are you in, take different tests. So, that's very, very big.
I love that you said that too. So let me just ask this follow up. So, as a man, are you telling me that it is okay to go and talk to a therapist? You telling me it is okay not to
Yeah.
keep it bottled up?
No.
You gotta talk about it, because nowadays some of my men out here, they like hold everything in, and that's unhealthy.
You can't even hold anything in. I mean, I tell a couple of my players, like, if you want to talk something, talk to me about it. Like, it don't have to necessarily be someone else. It could be, your teammate, because at the end of the day, people will listen. And if you have somebody to listen and vent to, that's all you need sometimes. Sometimes you don't even need feedback. You just need somebody to listen to you. So.
Absolutely. That's important. So thank you for sharing that. And then to the young men or and women too that's tuned in, what advice would you give people who are in that high pressure environment?
I think, you just pray about it. I think prayer works. I mean, if you're a spiritual person or whatever you believe in, pray about it. I mean, God, fixes a lot. At the end of the day, everybody goes through something, and I believe in everything happens for a reason. If it's meant to happen, it's meant to happen. And at the end of the day, you got to make sure your mind is where it's supposed to be at. Your mind, spirit, your body.
Y'all heard it here. Mind, spirit, and body. That is so, so important just to go through everyday life in itself. I think right now, this is just my personal opinion. I think where we are in the world, everything is high pressure.
Yeah.
The whole world is high pressure right now. And if you are not locked in, tuned in, to your mind, body, and spirit, you really could run, yourself crazy. So thank you so much for sharing that, in hopes that people will look back at this and understand that, like, what you pretty much saying is it's okay to not be okay, but we're
Yeah.
not gonna hold that in. We're gonna
Correct.
talk about that thing, because look, we got life to live. we got to go out on this field and we got to, we got to show up. We got to show up for our team. You got to show up for yourself, most importantly. You got to trust yourself.
Even in
Once
the
you
work
start
field,
trusting yourself. Mhm.
even in the work field, I mean, people go to work and people be stressed out with their job. Like, sometimes you need to talk to somebody about that. Like this girl killing me today. Like, man, she's stressing me out. Man, she about to make me go cuckoo. At the end of
Right.
the day, you need to talk to somebody about that. I think.
Yeah. And I love that you know that at such a younger age, because growing up, I didn't see my parents sweat. They didn't let me see them, just worry. It was everything was taken care of. And then I get out here in this world and I'm like, how y'all how y'all did this and made it look good,
Right.
but I also had to understand that the way of the world was different back then of when my parents was growing up versus where we are today. So mental health is so important. You got to
Right.
stop, you got to make sure you good before you go out there, because and it also teaches you how to handle other people. It's the other people you got to worry about, not yourself. You go out there and somebody ain't had nobody to talk to, and now they don't want to talk, you know? So it could be a different type of actions that's taken with that. So thank you for sharing of how important it is to keep your mental health. And definitely see if you're not religious and just spiritual, it is so important that you stay prayed up, whatever it is that you have to do, meditate, do some grounding work. It is so important. And I could attest to that as well, growing up in the church as well. And understanding, my favorite thing now is but God.
Mhm.
Sometimes I be trying to figure out how I made it through certain situations. And then I stop and be like, but God, who
Right.
child you are, who you belong to. Like this wouldn't even be possible without him. So you gotta have that moment where you just thanking him, just so grateful, just for where you are in life. Now, we also understand we got to have the reality. We got to enjoy life. When we talk about the high pressures of the careers and the way of the world, it is also important that we are enjoying life. So in your playbook, how do you enjoy life?
I enjoy it with my friends, my family, my teammates, hang out with my boys. We do stuff together, take my guys out, the Waffle House, different things like that. I mean, I also like to cook too. So, I cook for my guys or whatever the case may be.
Okay, getting
I
down
also
in the kitchen.
Yeah, I also DJ on the side. People ever know that you go on my Instagram page or Twitter, I DJ on the side.
Uh-huh.
I can do it all. I've
Yeah.
been doing that since I was 15. Started
Mhm.
DJing and just I can rock any crowd. I believe that. And then
Let's
I
go.
got work to speak for it. And me going off to when I was in Michigan before I ended up transferring, just the versatility of music, just hearing different things. And that's why I feel like I can, do it. And especially, being from Miami, I already got that Miami vibe, Florida vibe, you already know it. Just enjoying life. I mean, I like to have fun, I like to dance. And at the end of the day, I always smile. Like, there's nothing to be sad for. Of course, you're gonna have days, you're down or whatever, but you have people around you, surround yourself around good people to, lift you up and that's the way that's the way I roll.
That's important because and your smile could change. It can change and brighten up somebody else's day. You know what I'm
Correct.
saying? Like, dang, you ain't got no choice but to smile. Like, why you sitting there looking how you looking? Like, come on, now you bringing the energy down.
You smiling just to smile sometimes. Why you smiling so hard? I don't know. Literally.
I feel you on that one. Absolutely. What's the music like? You said in Michigan? Is it different
Yeah,
than?
house music,
Oh,
country,
okay.
different stuff like that.
Okay. So you
R&B.
very fluent
Yeah, I'm
with
very fluent.
music.
Yeah, I'm very fluent in music. So yeah.
Okay. Now, do you listen to music to help you prepare for your games or when you're going
Yes,
into
I
interviews?
do. I'm very, I like my rap, but sometimes before like we're on the bus or we're on the plane, depends on where we're going, or if it's a home game, I might listen to my gospel music just to calm my mind or whatever the case may be. Because at the end of the day, sometimes that rap music it can be, it ain't always good for you. Put it at that. Some of the lyrics and stuff that be happening, it ain't. I don't know, but. Other than
Right.
that, get a little spiritual, in you. It ain't bad.
Now, your go to gospel song?
Ooh, I could say the best is yet to come because at the end of the day, that's how I live. You know, what was for you is for you. And then like I also listen to Marvin Sapp. He saw the best in me. Uh,
Yes. Yes.
'Cause at the end of the day, the best version of you is you competing with yourself every day. At the end of the day in this world. So
Absolutely. My go to gospel, just to stick with Marvin Sapp, is My Testimony.
mm,
And that song it hit different when you've gone through some things and you
right,
made it, you made it through. And then not only that, you can look back and celebrate. Once you heal and you have that growth, and you look back and you like, I made it through. So here's
right.
my testimony
It's a
of,
great
like you said, so now I can sit and smile just for no reason. Like,
right.
why you just smiling? I got breath in my body. Somebody ain't wake up today.
That's,
I'm here. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty cool. Now, I agree with what you said about, not listening to too much rap depending on what you have to do.
yeah.
However, what is one of your rap songs if you had to hype yourself up?
I like okay, like I mean, even though I'm telling my age, I was born 2001, so I was 2000 baby. But
Hey,
I mean, I like Kodak. I like but I take it back. Like I listen to Shawty Low and stuff like that.
okay.
Like, one of my favorite songs I listen before game day is "They Know" because like at the end of the day, at the end of the game, they gonna know about me. That's how I feel.
Listen, and that song still hype me up to this day. So you was born during a good era of music as well.
Yeah.
I get hyped like I'm going on the field. Like, so yeah, that's one of my go-tos as well to hype me up. Um Now when you talk about just sticking with the enjoying life, so how do you balance your athletic responsibilities and then making time to still enjoy life?
Well, just time management. How I prepare. Mornings be 4:30. I get up in the morning, go to practice, and take a little nap, then study a little bit, and then go meetings, and then after that, I balance my life and what I want to do. Because at the end of the day, you still got to study, you still got to watch film, but everything is a balance. You got to know how to balance
Right.
life, but still have fun. And at the end of the day, you just got to enjoy life. Like you only get one time to live. So at the end of the day, live life to your fullest, and that's all it is. Really a balance.
Exactly. And I love that what you said of, finding that balance and having the time management, because we all have the same 24 hours in the day.
Correct.
Right. And that's one thing I'm learning. So I'm even happy that you said that about the time management, because sometimes I'd be like, well, I look back like, what did I even do today?
That's why you gotta
Like
be
I know.
you gotta be on a schedule. Like if you're on a schedule, like I'm a very routine person. Like I like certain stuff a certain way. I like my bed a certain way. Like walk in the house, I like to smell a certain way. Like everything is very routine.
Right.
I'm
And
very
that's awesome to hear now, because a lot of men, they don't have that type of structure to
I'm
say
very
they like their house to smell a certain type of way. So
yeah, literally.
that's so important in the time management. Like you said, you got to take time to work on you, because I always say you are your brand.
Right.
So yes, I'm sitting in the ladies lounge, but I'm also Brittany. So I have my own brand outside of the ladies lounge that you have to work on outside of my job. So this is what I have to plan out my time now. And it's so much stuff that's going to take place here with the ladies lounge that I'm going to share at the end of the show with everybody. But that time management, and I'm gonna say this, between having your faith in God and time management, you can go so far in life.
Correct.
You can utilize them 24 hours like it ain't even nothing. I've seen some people who don't even sleep because they trying to build up their status and their business or whatever they trying to get to in life. They like, I'll just sleep when it's my time to expire, but I got stuff to do.
Yeah.
Your girl gonna have to sleep. I need adult naps. Time management. I gotta take a nap.
You
I'm
got
up at 4 o'clock in the morning, with you as well. That's when I start my day. I would start work at 4 in the morning. So it is essential to have your time management. I get off at 12:30 every day. So I have the rest of the day to do whatever it is between, for Brittany and for Ladies Lounge and just everything else that, we have that has to come. throughout this process. So it is important, y'all. We all got the same 24 hours of the day.
Right.
Utilize it to the best of your ability. Like you heard, Daniel, time management. Now, let's talk about the next level of success. What steps are you taking to ensure your success on and off the field continues to evolve?
Um, Preparation. The way I prepare every day, how I go about my daily routine, like I mentioned before, success just don't come overnight. You have to prepare for the moment. That's just like in the work field, like you want to get paid, but you got to go to work. You got to do, proper steps in order to get that paycheck at the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, success is not owned, it's rented. That's how I believe, because you can have success today and then tomorrow you can have at the end of the day, people want to be around winners. You don't want to be a loser because they always be like, oh, yeah, he lost, but they going to remember the winners at the end of the day. So,
That's true. They always gonna remember the winners. And I do believe that you always want to sit. If you know that you're trying to build over here, you're trying to build your career, become a football player, then you need to sit at the table with them successful football players. If you know that you want to build your business over here, you need to be sitting with the people who,
who,
like you said, who are already at that level that you're trying to get to. And this is why I have this platform to have these type of conversations because I do believe we have the resources within our own community.
yeah,
Sometimes we just don't even know where to find it. And I'm
right,
gonna just be real and say it here. Sometimes people are too big on their high horse, egos in the way, But if you put all that to the side and you have these type of conversations and you realize, and we bring back the humanity and things, we could get further in life.
right.
When
And
we talk about
I think it's okay to say no. Like, when you tell your friends, like, I'm going out tonight and this and that. No, I gotta study. I gotta get my stuff ready for work. I gotta work on this plan. Like, it's okay to say no. Like, at the end of the day, you got another day. I mean, at the end of the day, no day is promised, but at the end of the day, you gotta live your life and you gotta know that, how can I say, you gotta know that another day you'll get another opportunity to do the same thing. And at the end of the day, you just live your life.
And I hope y'all taking notes because Daniel in here dropping some nuggets for you. I'm gonna go to the chat really quick because we do have a question in the chat for you. The question is, how important is balancing the company you keep and making sure your friends are on the same path?
You'll know, I mean, how can I say, you'll know who around your circle who's for you. Um, you could just, fill it out. If somebody want to go this place and you're not really feeling it, you like, nah, and they be like, nah, they peer pressure you to go. Nah, it's okay. And you will know people around your circle around the positive aspect they have around your life. Like if you know they're not going somewhere that you're going, that you might need to step away. Like it's okay to still be cool with that person. You don't got to continue like just block them off all the way. But you can you fall back a little bit like that. It's people like that all over the world. I mean, you have friends, even family members. Everybody ain't trying to go where you trying
Yeah.
to go. That's how I think.
Yeah, and I love that question. Thank you for that question.
It's great.
Because I do believe that people, especially young kids, they don't, they want to do what's cool. We want to follow the trends, right? And like you said, just throughout this whole episode, you were speaking positive and you vibrating real high, okay? And so just to even show these young people, like it's okay to say no.
Yep.
And you know what I'm saying? Like, even as my friend, I'm gonna still say no to you if I don't feel right. The
Right.
energy ain't there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool to say no. Because if, like, God forbid, you would have said yes, and your gut feeling is already telling you no, now you got to deal with a situation that may come up. You know what I'm saying? Like, now we got a bigger problem on our hands, and you're like, God,
Mhm.
dog, I should have just followed my intuition and said no.
And
And no is a complete sentence.
your friend love you, or say they that's your dog or that's your home girl, like, and you tell them no, and they getting a fuss with you. That ain't your dog. That ain't your home girl. Because at the end of the day, I mean, you doing what's best for you. At the end of the day, put yourself in a better, light.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, when we talk about next level of success, what does that mean to you? What does that look like?
Just succeeding in life. At the end of the day, you have to, how can I say, you have to work. You wanna live in a big house. You wanna be comfortable. Success is, I think being comfortable in an aspect where you're able to smile, you have kids, able to see your kids smile, that's success. You putting your parents up. If your parents still alive, you making sure your parents are good, taking care of your spouse, having fun and going out enjoying like that, that's having success, because one day you get old, you want to retire, you like, oh, I look back at your job like, okay, I did that for 30 years, or I did this, much time. At the end of the day, you living good. You're able to travel and live your life, because at the end of the day, you only get one. You want to enjoy it while you can, but as I said, that success part is real deep.
It it is really deep. And thank you again for just sharing, and let's go back to the parents, right? Don't forget your parents. Like y'all, we gotta love on our parents. We don't realize how much of a backbone our parents are to us. I've seen these kids nowadays. Matter of fact, I was just having this conversation with my mom earlier. Like kids nowadays are so disrespectful towards their parents. And it's just like, what? I couldn't even blink hard at my mama and it was going to go down, okay? My mom is a retired correctional officer. I knew not to play,
Yeah.
okay? All she had to do was give me that look. Okay, so I'm sorry to y'all who ain't grow up with a mama that just gave y'all that look and you got yourself together. But just also love on your parents. You know what I'm saying? They did what they knew what was best with bringing you up. So it is important to just show the love back to them and just the respect. It's also in the Bible. Honor thy mother and father.
It used to be an old saying when they say, I brought you into this world, I'll take you out. I'll be like, whoa.
Hello, hello, and and will. Okay, and will. And so, thank you so much for sharing that with us. Now, one thing, I love this next question when it talks about legacy and future. So when you look ahead and when you have a moment to yourself, right? How do you want to be remembered?
I want to be remembered as that person that was a caring, loving man that didn't just think about myself. I thought about other people. And, I did things to inspire others and help others around me. And I was that person that I wasn't just a person that just want to take, but I was a giver. Like, I spread the love just all around. And at the end of the day, that's what I'm about. Like doing stuff for the community because it's bigger than me. I look at now. You look at generations because that's how you look at like people mentioned earlier, like LeBron James, or even people in my community, like my dad. Gives back to the community,
Right.
opens up schools because that's what it's all about. Because at the end of the day, you living for yourself, you living for your family, you living for the next generation to come. So
Absolutely.
that's how you want your name one day to be on the street or a billboard or something like that. That's how I want to be remembered.
And it's so interesting because one of my favorite quotes, and I can't remember the show that it came from. Maybe you can help me out. It was the football. It was around football.
Hmm.
I can't even think of it now. LeBron James produced it. It was Overtime.
Mm. Is it on?
God, I can't even
Is it
think.
a
I
Netflix
can't.
show?
I
Is
don't
it a
remember
show?
if it's on Netflix. But it was one of the Liberty City Warriors.
Oh
That's what it's
yeah.
called. One
Okay.
of the coaches said, and I quote, "Do something, be remembered. Do nothing, and be forgotten."
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. That's a good saying because I mean, especially in the sports world, you do something on the field, you do something remarkable. People always gonna remember that. You don't do nothing, ain't nobody gonna care, ain't nobody gonna remember that at all.
Right. But that's so true. And even outside of off the field, if you're not active in your community, if you're not, doing something for yourself, building your brand, getting your brand out there, how we gonna know about you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And when we talk about do something and be remembered, if you ain't on the Ladies Lounge podcast chopping it up with your girl, how we
Right.
gonna even know?
Because it's
How we gonna
recorded.
know that what you doing?
They gonna remember it. One thing about this video is gonna be on there forever.
Say that. Exactly. Say it. And so, what kind of legacy are you hoping to build during your I know you about to wrap up your time with fam, is that correct?
Yeah, this
You
is my last
graduating?
year. Just at the end of the day, we got 3 more games left to finish 3-0. In the last, last couple games. We got the classic next week. We got a game this week. If you're not, people that's in Florida, if you want to go to that classic, I advise you to go. You'll definitely see me there.
You heard it here.
Do my
You
thing
heard
on the
it.
classic. But other than that, just to leave that mark that we left off on a good note, good season, and be in the history books. I got a chance to do something special at the end of the year, and just going hope what my future holds for me.
I love it. I love it. Is it gonna be bittersweet for you when you
We'll
do
see.
leave, walk across that stage
Yeah,
and
I'm in my December 14th. I applied for graduation 2 weeks ago.
hey, shout
My,
out.
this will be my second degree. Yeah,
Y'all
math.
heard it.
Yeah.
Shout out. We out here doing some major things. I got another question for you in the chat. So
Hmm.
across the board, with all athletes, who is your favorite athlete of all time and why? So it's a two-part. So I'm gonna ask you that. That's the first part. Who is your all-time favorite athlete and why?
I would, all time favorite athlete. I would say Tom Brady. I would say Tom Brady. Growing up in the 2000 era, watching him, and then even watching him now. I mean, even though he's retired, he's always been a winner. And just his work ethic. You see what he does. He's just like I could. He's a remarkable person, I think. Just in that position I play as a quarterback. So, just watching his game and how he orchestrates everything. It's kind of similar to how I play in a sense, but I just love his game and just the person he is on and off the field.
And then the second part to that question is, and are you influenced at all?
Yeah, I'm influenced.
Who's
Influence.
your, who influences you?
Who influences me? I'd probably say my dad influences me. Like literally. I pick it off of my dad. Influenced me, especially to do the right thing. I'm a big influence to myself too. So, you know,
And I love that you said that. So let me ask you too. When you talk about your dad being an influence in your life, um, obviously he has a major impact in your life. So what are some things that he did to help you be able to sit here and say today that, I could say my dad influenced me.
just being around me since I was a kid, taking me to trainings, like that was big for me. Signing me up for different football clubs, football teams, taking me to practice, being at high school stuff, being at awards, being at graduation. That's big to me. And as
Right.
any father figure, even a mother figure, just being around, that's been a big influence, that he has on my life.
I love that. So it is important what I'm hearing of having when we go back to saying both parents are important in our lives growing up. But for a as a man, it is very important to have your dad or that male figure in your
Right.
life. Do you have a lot of mentors as well
Yeah, I
outside
definitely
of having your dad?
Yeah, I definitely have different mentors like coaches, high school coaches, even in my little league. I still communicate with my little league coach to this day. We talk all the
Oh, that's
time.
dope.
He came to, when we came to play Miami down there. He actually, I think he watched the game or came. I can't remember, but we talk all the time. So just to have connections. That's why I always tell people all the time, you never dirty your face with people because you never know who you're
Mm,
encountering with, and always keep your face clean and be respectful. So.
correct. And that's something that we say all the time. Well, I only can speak from where I grew up. And I know I've heard that all the time about, oh, your face clean, you good. That means that, respect, we respect you, you have done the work. And so when you say your face clean, um, yeah, that took me back to being at home. Now we talk about next weekend. November 23rd is the classics, the Florida Classics. It's really, really big here in Florida. And as Daniel has invited you all to come out, you may not have nowhere to stay because let me tell you something. These two schools, alumni and fans, do not play. Hotels have been booked since last since last
Last
year.
year.
Yes, since last year. But with
Crazy.
this being such a big game here in Florida, what are you doing to prepare yourself?
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, we still got opponent this week, so I mean, can't worry about that right now. But after Saturday and when Sunday come, 24-hour rule, we'll be focusing on the BCU, whatever they call them, the Wildcats, I guess.
Whatever they call them. We don't know. We don't know what they call them anyway. So
Yeah.
what is this 20, you said 24, 48-hour rule?
Yeah, I mean, after you win a game, you get a 24-hour rule. I mean, that's with any program. It's the high school league, you get like a 24-hour kind of rule to enjoy yourself and get your body back right. And then after that, it's on to the next.
Okay. I didn't even know about the 24-hour rule. And you get a lot of love in the chat.
Sometimes, like even on my bye weeks or whatever I'm going through,
Uh-huh.
give myself 24 hours just to refocus and watch some movies and put my phone down to the side, focus on myself, and that's it. 24 hours.
Okay,
You
I
should
love it.
try. 24 hours. Just block everything out.
So we turn everything off. We turn the phones off. No
I mean, you don't want to turn your phone
TV.
off completely, but
Okay.
you wanna enjoy yourself and give yourself time to recuperate and calm down.
Okay. So
So
that's essential. We gonna test it out. We're gonna test the waters. Everybody give yourself that 24 to 48-hour rule to just recruit. It does sound like it's essential, and we probably all need to do that as well. And I know you spoke about you have 3 games left for this season,
3 games left.
and then you are walking across the stage
Yeah.
again. Um, and so with that, what would you say to the young people who are coming up, who are looking to start their career, find that path? What would you
Um,
say to them?
know what your purpose is. You know what's your why. Why do you want to do this, and who you're doing it for. If you have a loved one you want to do it for, or whatever the case may be, walk across that stage. Like, I mean, I wear my grandma ashes every day. That's who I do it for. And at the end of the day, you know, be that person that everybody say, "Oh, I remember that guy," or "I remember that young lady." And at the end of the day, you live with a purpose.
I love that. And my condolences
Oh, yeah.
with your grandma as well. I know a lot about that, but I love I love the man that you have become, you know, little background story. So I have known Daniel here all my life, which is all his life, right? And so just to see my son went to his dad's school, okay, when he was in preschool. So and just to see you and Dalen and just how y'all have grown up and just are just these remarkable individuals out here doing y'all thing in the world, making an impact, definitely making your parents and your grandma and all of us proud. So it was an honor. It has been an honor to have you here in the ladies lounge to take time out of your day. I'm over here like I'm honored. I was excited. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, we got the star quarterback of FAMU finna chop it up in the ladies lounge and share, your experience. And what I really my intentions out of this show, I wanted young people to see that it's young people out here that's getting, you know what I'm saying? Humbly, respectfully, legally. You know what I mean? All of those things, and you still can have fun. You still can have your swag on there.
Yeah.
We talked about how no is a complete statement. We talked about like enjoying your work life balance and how that can look. You know what I'm saying? You
Right.
DJ. You are very fluent in all type of range of music. Who would have known that? You know what I'm saying? Like, um, you've experienced life, you're traveling. Um, so hopefully this is some information that would just uplift and inspire, you know, anybody to just get out there and do it. Like I always say, you got to put one foot in front of the other and just start there. As long as you can see where you're trying to go.
Right.
Somebody said to me, and I hope that I can quote, I hope I can quote them correctly, but it was just Saturday. Somebody said to me, don't let a blind person tell you your vision.
Mm.
And I'm gonna let y'all chew on that and just understand, you got to see it for yourself and know where you're going. So also I got some questions here in the chat for you.
Oh, okay.
So I was asked to ask you about football in SWAC compared to other conferences. What's
Oh,
the difference?
I would probably say the interior, the lineman is different. I think on the outskirts with the defensive backs and the skill position, it's kind of around the same. But guys are much bigger. Where I was at before in different conferences. Yeah, that's probably what I would say. Guys are much bigger. It's about the same speed.
Hmm. Okay, so then they got some questions for you. So another question. So to all athletes looking to attend college after graduation, what three things would you warn them about going into a whole new world, being a young adult on their own? What pitfalls have you seen?
Say that one more time.
So the question is to all student athletes looking to attend college after graduation.
After graduation.
What are what are three things you would warn them about going into a whole new world, being a young adult on their own?
Well, I mean, you've been in college for what, 3 to 4 years, and just be prepared. For the outside world. Prepare yourself. Um, how can I say it? Know what you want to do. You got in college. I mean, you got 4 years. If you want to be a nurse, you want to be a doctor, you want to go to sports, you want to do agent, whatever you want. Know what you want to do. Don't just as soon as you finish. Oh, I'm just gonna go back to my people's house. Try to live on you because you're already living on your own in college. You put some money to the side and start building. Your money now. So when you're done, okay, you want to go to your parents' house for a little bit, but after that, you can move into your own spot and look for different job opportunities.
That's a good one, and that's important. Thank you for putting that out there. Put your money to the side,
Yeah,
y'all. Save up your funds. The second part of that question is, what pitfalls have you seen?
seen a lot. Different ones. I mean, it's so many I can't even explain. But at the end of the day, you just keep going. That's it. That's all I got. Keep pressing, and at the end of the day, life speaks for itself.
So, How did you know you was going to college outside of like football?
Just see people around me. Like growing up high school, I mean, that's all I know. My parents went to college, people around me, how can I say, me watching sports, that's what I wanted to do.
Mm,
And if I wouldn't be playing a sport, I would still be going to college. But also I want to work in the funeral home business. I want to do that as well. When all said and done, I've been doing that for a while. When I was like 15, I started doing stuff like that. Same with DJing. So that's another thing I do. I didn't mention that earlier. But yeah, just knowing what I wanted to do, going to college.
okay, okay. Well, y'all heard it here. This has been an amazing time. I could speak for myself of sitting here getting to know the adult Daniel and not little Daniel, the big one. So this has been an amazing time. Thank you so much
Thank
for taking time out your day, coming into the ladies lounge, having a conversation with me. Thank you to your parents, okay, mom and dad, for raising such a magnificent, and grandma and auntie, because they'll kill me if I don't say that part too. But no, I know the village that you come from. And they are some heavy hitters, okay? They have done a remarkable job. When I say I love them, I I rock out with them as well. And I know my mom is watching. Everybody is saying congratulations to you.
thank you.
December 14th, right? We walking across the stage.
Yes.
Second degree, y'all. So it is possible. What I took from this conversation is when you put your mind to it, and as long as you have God, it's literally faith, family, football. And as long as you have those three, anything is possible. So you got to find out your why. He dropped some nuggets. Find out your why. Make sure that you're taking your 24 to 48 hours to just reset and regroup, because that is so important. And enjoy life. We have to make sure that we are not just living, but we are enjoying life. So I thank you so much. Congratulations again on a
Thank
successful football career. Congratulations on what God has in store for you. You know, outside of once you graduate, walk across that stage for again, y'all. I'm gonna say this again, a second degree.
you. Yep.
You know, I am proud of you. I'm watching. I'm paying attention. You know, definitely we appreciate you. They said in the chat, keep being the leader, sir, that you are. Keep going. Don't
Thank
give
you.
up because we are rooting for you. Um, so before we end it out here, y'all, I have some exciting news to share with you all. So y'all been rocking with your girl in the ladies lounge, and I really truly from the bottom of my heart really appreciate all the love and support that you all have shown me. So with that said, you asked for it, and I am going to deliver. March 7th through the 10th, 2025, we are going to be in Orlando. We have the Mogul Retreat where we are going to network. We're going to share your business, and we just gonna love up on one another. So again, going back to what I always say, we have the resources within our own community. So now we're gonna bring that to life. So y'all catch me in the Facebook streets, TikTok streets, here in YouTube. But now you come meet me in person, along with some great influencers, great business owners that I have connected with, who we all want to support each other, right? We go out there and support everybody else. So we got to start within our own community. Um, so again, March 7th through the 10th, 2025 in Orlando, Florida, y'all. Come out to the Mogul Retreat. If you are interested in joining us at the Mogul Retreat, make sure you connect with me. If you are on TikTok, inbox me, Facebook, inbox me. But we here, y'all. We ain't going nowhere. So we gonna bring it live into effect. We have sponsorship packages. We have so much in store for you. It is going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited. Just the people that I have met on this journey so far, the conversation we had today resonated, and it's always confirmation as to that what I'm doing, you know, I'm walking in my purpose. So I'm using my platform for people to come up. Let's have these conversations because we are the village. You know, let's have these conversations because people are watching us, and we gonna do something to be remembered. So, and also we gonna love up on you. We gonna talk about your business. We gonna celebrate your success, and we gonna do it in person. So again, the dates are March 7th through the 10th, 2025. We are in Orlando, Florida. So y'all can catch me every Wednesday at 7 p.m. here in the Ladies Lounge podcast. Also, make sure you connect with me, the Ladies Lounge, on TikTok, y'all. We having fun over there in TikTok, okay? We go live. We over here supporting people in battles. Just we got so much going on over there, and it's a whole community, y'all. So make sure you follow your girl on all of these platforms. I'm out here, okay? I ain't going nowhere. As they put in the chat, we locked in. I have my heavy hitters here. We have Live More Travel. Shout out to her. She is our travel experience for March and going forward. So we got some great and exciting news for you all to come. Long as y'all rocking, your girl is rolling. So thank you so much to everybody who has participated with being on the episode. Those of you who have loved on me, those of you who believe in what we're doing here in the Ladies Lounge. Because as you can see, you know, we're doing some big stuff. I got, you know, this big time quarterback over here. He took time out of his day to, you know, come and make sure he chopped it up and gave y'all some nuggets. So I hope you all appreciate, you know, Daniel for taking his time out. Daniel, again, congratulations.
Thank
I
you.
love y'all. I will see y'all next Wednesday, but make sure you come lock in with me over in these TikTok streets and on Facebook. But until then, y'all have an amazing week. I look forward to talking to y'all next week, Wednesday, here in the Ladies Lounge. And make sure you have a great week on purpose for a purpose. I